What's up? Sorry about that. Back at it. You know, I'm headed out a little early today to get some blood work done, which, I touched on before about hormones and, your hormone optimization and finding out, what your levels are. There's a lot of things that you need to know about when you get to be this age, as far as your kidney function, your liver function, your hematocrit, your your normal CBC, plus of course your testosterone level, your estrogen level, and I can tell you, we were talking about test levels, guys. If you are significantly overweight in your 50s, not only is that dropping your test levels, but it's also raising your estrogen levels. So that in itself, sorry, I got a little allergies going on from just everything is in bloom, that estrogen is, not something you're supposed to have high levels of as a man. And it is affecting your mood, okay? And a lot of other things. The low test is more of a problem, but, you're getting that high estrogen as well. And, you don't have to be a scientist to know that men, that's not a good thing for us. So, the other thing I want to touch on is I can help you guys that really want to get in shape. If you have maintained some level of fitness, or I'm trying to find a nice way to say that you haven't let it go too far, okay? There may be other channels that would help you if it's just about weight loss and you have gone just off the deep end as far as obesity. I'm a great observer of people. I'm always watching people, and I was at the movies this last weekend, and whenever I go to a mall or a shopping center, which I know not people don't go to as much anymore, but a few of the ones around where I am are still pretty populated with people. It's a place where you're going to see a lot of people. There's so many guys our age that have let their midsection get to a point of almost no return. Like, I'm not the guy that can help you get out of that mess. If you look like you are pregnant as a man, like at full term, you're gonna have to take some really drastic measures to remove that much mass from the front of your body. You have to take extreme measures. I'm not really versed in those extreme measures. I know how to lay off the processed food and get you back from, say, halfway there, where you were, if you're halfway to that, having the baby. But if you're all the way there, I may not be able to give you the full knowledge that you need to get there. And if you are there, you do need to work with a physician If you're serious about it, and you should be serious about it, because you are a ticking time bomb when you're walking around like that. And you know, I see these guys, and it's like they really don't care, and I don't know how you get like that, where they don't. They have that look, and they're just okay with it. I think some of that is media driven. I mean, there's kind of competing forces there with the media. You know, we have, like I had mentioned in another video, you know, every movie where there's an action hero, the guy looks like nothing like they used to look 20 years ago. These guys are massive, jacked, cut, you know, just big, muscle-bound dudes with the six packs and the looking super tight. And that didn't used to be the case. However, they're also in this thing with the media where it's kind of where they're saying, hey, it's okay to be obese, look that way. Which, you know, there's a certain amount of that that's needed, but we also don't want to encourage that or tell people, hey, you look like that, you know, there's nothing you can do about it or whatever, and just, you know, it's okay, because that's a wrong message as well, because we're telling somebody, you know, if you were smoking cigarettes, you'd get a million messages on, you know, don't smoke cigarettes, and there would be, you know, your friends, you would have just random people would be like, hey man, those things will kill you, you know, just bugging you about not smoking, you know. But we don't, for whatever reason, we're not doing that with obesity, which is doing a great disservice to those people that really need to hear that, because, you know, that is going to kill you young. Again, guys our age, they're carrying around that much weight, sleep apnea, heart attack, stroke, you know, it's just coming. You're just kind of barely holding it off if you're walking around with that kind of weight. So again, I see these guys, you know, and their shirt is like, their shirt is pulling at the back of their neck because it is trying to cover and be pulled by the size of their gut. And are there men that I see that are built where they have the muscle tone of the other locations, but they just are carrying that weight there in the gut? Yeah, you see that sometimes, and those are more people that I could probably work with and help. But if the rest of your body is just kind of flab as well, you've got no tone on any of your other appendages, you've got what are almost female breasts on your chest, you know, you're in a bad spot as far as getting that off. So if you are there, you got to go to these channels where it is just about weight loss and nothing else, because it's a different kind of program that you're going to do, and there are going to be some extreme measures. You know, you're going to be doing some serious fasting, you know, the water fast type things, possibly, you know, some surgical intervention sometimes with that. You know, obviously a huge adjustment in diet, which I am advocating, but I'm looking at guys that are not quite to that point that I'm trying to get through to and trying to help, to be fit after 50. So just to keep that in mind, I'm not trying to make my audience smaller, but the stuff that I'm talking about, if you're at that level, you got a whole different road. Now, guys that I am talking to that are, they got somewhat of a gut, maybe half that, and they don't have the muscle tone they had before, or they don't have any. That's who I can help. I can help you. You've got that fat building up in your neck that you don't like. You don't want to see that. Again, those are the guys we can work with. We can get you guys top shape, with just making some changes and getting that discipline. It's got to be every day, every meal. You got to be dedicated to it. So I want to put that out there. I do, I know a lot of the other fitness channels, but the ones that are purely huge weight loss, I'm not as familiar with, where you need to lose that type of, let's say you need to lose almost 100 pounds. That's a whole different animal. So in the meantime, discipline, guys. Again, give me the feedback. I need it. I need the feedback. I need to know what you want to hear. Let's get it done. Let's do it.